Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Good to go.
All right, everybody, take your seats. We're going to go and start show and tell. Jacob, take your seat. Any seat. Grab it. Fine. Hey, cool.
You grab the seat. Is that what he sees? No.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Philly Game Mechanics. Tonight is going to be Game Jam Showcase. Before that, we're doing show and tell. First up is going to be Chris. Also, if you want to watch us again, but like slightly buffered, we're doing a live stream of it on Philly Game Mechanics at Twitch. Is that how that works? YouTube. At the YouTubes. So if you watch it again, but like lower quality and also like seconds in the past, do that. Chris, take it away.
Okay, I'm Chris. I'm a member of Indie Hall. I've been to a few game jams before, so you may recognize me. Has anyone here ever played Crypt of the Necrodancer?
Yes.
Yes. Awesome game. If you don't know what that is, you know what a roguelike is. It's similar to that. Basically, Crypt of the Necrodancer is a game where you take a step and all the enemies take a step. You're supposed to do it in beats. But I've sort of made my own open source clone, which is codenamed Time Walker right now. And so you can see, like, as I move, the enemies move one step at a time, and then everything just like stops and waits for me to go. So it's sort of like it's more like chess, I guess, than a video game. And if I, kill a bunch of stuff. There's the flies just sort of like hang around the edges, and then these eyeball things are called beholders. If I step within 3 tiles of him, so right here, he becomes alert, and then he's gonna like charge at me. So like there he's alert, and then he charges, and you kill him. So that's pretty much it so far. I'm working on this. If anybody wants to help in any way, as you can see, I just like ripped some open source art off of freegameart.org or something like that. So it's just like, cut and paste sprites right now. But if anyone's interested in helping or just playing more, just let me know. This is timewalker.io is where it's hosted right now. You can play it right now. I'll probably be updating it regularly for the next week and a half while I don't have a job. And then development will drop off shortly after that. Any questions?
So when you move, is it randomized at all which direction enemies will move in, or do they always move in the same?
So they have rules. I want to make it so that people learning how to program JavaScript can hopefully like write their own enemies fairly easily. That's the real reason I started this, is because I was playing Crypt of the Necrodancer and I wanted to like write my own enemies and stuff like that. So right now, like the beholder basically just looks everywhere. If it sees somebody, it says like a charge. The skeletons are actually slightly more interesting. They follow because I got within like 2 squares of the skeleton. He follows me because he has activated the other one there. The blue dot means he has an extra hit point. And I died. So they have like a specific set of rules. The skeleton has like has no real randomness to him, but there's like the fly. The fly just sort of like picks the direction. Spacebar waits, so I can just do this. He's like hugging the wall, and he's just like when he just goes forward, and if he's against the wall, he picks a random turn. He just does it over and over again. And I think that's the only one that has like a randomness.
So do you want the levels to be like solvable right when you walk in if you know all the behaviors, or do you want it to be like you make a move and then you have to make a new calculation?
I think it'd be cool to have it more deterministic. I was thinking ultimately to make it so all the enemies have like very specific patterns, so there's no actual randomness to them. Because I like the idea that it's sort of like chess, where you can like take a step back on everything that make a move. It's more of like a more complicated chess style game mechanic than anything else. I would like them to be probably mostly predictable by the humans. Any other questions? Cool, thank you.
Up next is Hunter.
Hey guys, I'm Hunter. I'm a student at Drexel. I came by a while back. I came back a while before to Philly. I presented my game Fallen Angel back when it was still in the Unity build, when I had a programmer working on it. myself to learn how to program in GameMaker and, practice making a game, like an endless learner combat game to figure out how to program, and eventually I will begin development of a full game. So currently, this is what I got. This is one of the levels I have here. It's actually the second level. You have a good sound?
You should. You might need to check your sound settings.
Check what your output is
Yeah.
on the from Windows 10.
What's up?
Check your output from Windows.
Power meter up there determines how much light you have, and you get more Oh, and a quick background was you play as Lucifer. It's kind of based on the Paradise Lost by John Milton. And you're going to heaven. You're going to the army. If you would like to play for yourself at home, I have a kind of build working for browser. You can visit my website. Don't bother with this video, it's a placeholder. At matryoshkagames.com. You can play on h.io and it should work on browser.
That's it for show and tell. Next up is going to be announcements with Sean.
I need like a way to, I forgot my cable to play that.
Jake. Where's Jake? Jake, me? Do you have a computer?
I do.
Caesar?
But I don't.
Please, please, please.
I'm sorry. I totally forgot again.
You forgot to bring your own computer.
You need a cable? Or
A cable, I guess one of these MacBooks, I think with cable connected, but yeah. Yeah.
what kind of cable?
Thunderbolt? Is it? I don't know. DisplayPort? Airport?
You don't have a
Mac?
HDMI?
No, this is old, man. It's like from 2000. Huh? Any computer, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got one.
Oh, no, someone's gonna say for that.
Well, that only works for us.
You lied to me. Yes, I'll plug it over here.
Okay.
What do we have?
He's on sexual.
Both of them keep going.
Wait,
No, this is not for you.
Oh.
This isn't for you, Sean. I don't want it though. Sean, I change it with your time.
Huh?
Tippy tappy, tippy tappy.
That's. not gonna know it to be
Very
like,
ergonomic.
Yeah, my
Your
wrist feels
fingers
great.
literally.
Perfect.
One sec.
I mean, I could just fry slides.
it's alright. I have to sit up. Go distraction.
No,
You don't.
That's even better. Oh, God. I don't know how to use computers.
This is the people that we are. I'm having everyone get to say that word. This is what we're like.
Alright.
So it's not saying, sure, it could.
This is so much more money than this one.
Yeah,
It's a shelf.
it's for Square, for iPad.
It's a shelf. Is it not a shelf?
No, it's for iPads.
What?
Oh, Colmac?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I totally forgot Colmac.
You gotta do it. You gotta figure it out.
No,
This is
Fine.
good content. Is what this is.
Oh, I figured it out.
come on.
I forgot Colmac.
YouTube. Remember, like, favorite, subscribe.
We're actually on YouTube. That's wrong. Yes, this is what I want to do.
Guys, it's me.
Hey guys, it's me, Critical.
Oh, man, I don't want to do
Boy, you're not wrong though.
Wait, no, look at this. Hold on a second.
I cover this. It's fine. No worries.
No, this is,
We just need a physical sign for every time it happens, because it happens too often.
oh, no, I got it right. Yes. Okay, cool. Where's one of the times I got?
Is it going anywhere?
Okay. Oh, we got it. We got it.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
Yes, Sean. Hey, everybody, it's Sean. Sean, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hi, once again, welcome to Philly Game Mechanics. I am Sean. I'm just going to go through some announcements and going to go through some slides. All right, so, announcements. Okay, great. Okay, first, we are at Indie Hall. Everyone just give Indie Hall a big round of applause for hosting us. Yeah, Indie Hall is a wonderful co-working space. If you like the space, you can work out of here Monday, whenever really, I guess. Well, it depends what your membership level is. But there's a bunch of spaces you can work over there, get part-time desk or full-time desk, work at these desks over here. They have a really great, smart community, and they've been really awesome to us. Some people here actually work at Indie Hall. I know Kotro works at Indie Hall, right, Kotro?
Yeah, I got a six-pack.
That's why I still
You want a tour? Let me know.
Yeah, I can tell you all about Indie Hall. But yeah, they've been great, and they have open houses every first Friday of the month. So next Friday they'll have I'm pretty sure they'll have an open house, right? Or no?
Yeah,
because
every first Friday, open house. Come in at 9, stay till 5. Sometimes they have food. You never know.
yeah. So I mean, if you want to see what it's like to work here for a day, definitely come on the first Friday. What's this next one? Oh, shirts. I forgot.
They kept going.
We have shirts. If you like, we have really some cool shirts. No one's wearing them today, unfortunately. Yeah, but we have Philly Game Mechanics shirts. So if you like them, let us know. We can get you some shirts. If you are a Patreon member, they're $15, $20 if you're not, $500 for each additional shirt. We do take cards and we do take cash. I don't think that's American money, but yeah. But we will take whatever kind of money you want to give us. Bitcoin, I'm not sure what it translates to, but someone knows. Please let me know.
And the Patreon's only for people $9 and below. If you're $10, $10, right?
Yeah.
$10 or higher, you automatically get a shirt.
Yeah.
So if you are that tier and not for us, you're not a shirt, tell us as soon as possible.
Yeah, and let me know before like the next event, just so I can bring it with me, because I have a big box of shirts and I don't want to carry that back and forth. I just want bring what I need. All right, next slide. Oh, all right. Next week we are going to go to Hammock Town, which is also known as Spruce Street Harbor Park. And you know, what is Hammock Town? Hammock Town is kind of like if you wanted to get a timeshare. And you want to buy a timeshare.
And it's definitely not
yeah.
a war zone.
No. Well, what is a timeshare and how do you buy one? Well, I'm glad that everyone asked.
Oh no.
Sean, I don't think this is a good idea.
No, don't worry. It's only like 7 minutes.
Well,
Okay,
turn
fine.
up the volume.
And this
Okay, fine. We'll skip this.
and this is how we do it.
Okay, fine, whatever. Hammock Town, Spruce Street Harbor Park, in the Hammock District, and is next week from 7 p.m. till question mark. They close at 11, so we have to leave by then. But that can be us next week at Spruce Street Harbor Park in hammocks, being really happy on our cell phones in stock images.
You will totally get a hammock if you show up at 7 o'clock.
That's true. Yeah.
No chance you won't.
Sean, so if you're in a hammock, can I push you out of the hammock?
You can, yes.
Can I have a watermark?
Yes. I also want to share some other cool photos of hammocks. So this could be, yeah, this could be us next week.
This is where this Patreon money goes.
Okay, some important stuff. Code of conduct. If you don't know this, get to know it. It's really important. These are the key points. Be inclusive to everyone. Respect the space, digital and real world. So respect this place here in the hall. Respect each other online in our online community, Slack and Facebook. Use constructive criticism and hold each other accountable. If you have any concerns, talk to a Dev Knight. Dev Knights, could you please just raise your hand real quick? These are the people who help run the organization. If you have any questions, get in contact with them. You can also contact us anonymously on the Code of Conduct page too. All right. Oh, yeah, and there's some more animals and hammocks. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Patreon is really what keeps us going. So if you want to go somewhere their way, go to phillygamemechanics.com/Patreon. There's also a /donate if you just want to do a one-time donation to your PayPal. But it helps pay for spaces like this and just keeps Philly Game Mechanics running. You can join us online on our Slack channel, phillygamemechanics.com/Slack. We're there, we hang out, we talk, we do cool things, and it's a great way to stay updated on what's going on in the community. And then you can find us on all these cool social media channels and Meetup. And that's the website. All right, so today is the Game Jam Showcase. I'm going to hand off to Corey in a bit, but usually we have to go around, and for people who are new, if you would like to introduce yourself, raise your hand, and we could go around and do that. If you don't want to, it's okay, completely optional.
No question?
Well, I mean, that's if we have new people. Oh, yeah, correct. Okay, 2 people. Okay, great. So your name, what you do, and if you could make up a new season between summer and fall, what would it be?
Nothing about the NBA draft?
No, I mean, no. Okay, but yeah, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Maki. I am a programmer, and I could make up a season between summer and fall. It'll be fall because I really like fall.
No, that's a good answer. It's in summer, fall, and fall again.
I like it.
No, fall's good. You wear your, yeah,
Yeah,
scarves.
so I'm really excited. Yeah, thank you. I'm also here because at the place where I work, we were using Flash. We are currently using Flash, which everybody knows is going away. So we are looking to move more towards the mobile platform, more so than continue with the web. So I'm here to see if perhaps there are companies here or people here or recommendations as to people who could help us in that process of moving from old dying technology Flash to specifically whatever we do, we would like to do Android and iOS. So it doesn't matter if it's PhoneGap, Unity, whatever it is, we'd like to move so that we are able to have iOS apps and with iOS mostly the iPad
still learning game development. Still trying to figure out what's my best field. So far, I'm still an amateur programmer, very amateur. Artist work is not my skill. The best thing I can draw is a stick figure, barely. And so, I started learning it about 2 or 3 years ago. And so I'm still interested in learning more about it, trying to get better at it, and to see where my skills lie in that field. Ultimately. So I am glad to be here. Sorry I'm back here in the corner. Taking Nelson's chair back here. I figured to stand. So, yeah. Oh, and
Oh yeah.
the extra season, probably winter. I'm a very cold guy. I'm not a summer person.
So right from summer to winter, just like normal Philly weather.
No, I know the grass is green when it comes to summer.
Summer, fall, winter.
I don't know. I mean, during the real spring, it's like 8 different seasons at once. So, okay. Anyway, that's it for announcements. Corey, you're up.
Yeah, sure.
All right. You don't need this, right? You leave that.
Should I hear the class?
Okay, no.
These cats are just as good. Just hanging around. Okay, hey everybody, I'm Corey. If you don't know me, I, along with Jake, run the game jams here. Pick a theme every month, and then we spend 2 weeks working on the theme and present the game to everybody, which is today. So I assume several people or groups of people in this room worked on a game based on the theme. If you weren't here last week, the theme was covers. In particular, we thought about cover songs and what they are, how they work. If you have a song that you like and then you decide to cover it, what is the creative process that's taking place? How do you maintain the spirit of the original while giving it the stamp of your own artistic vision, things like that. So the prompt was actually to cover a game. So pick some game that you like throughout history or whatever and cover it with your own game. So it can be within mediums, from video game to video game, or across mediums. Well, it's got to be game to game. Did somebody cover something that wasn't a game? I could have been unclear about that. No? Okay, that's good. All right, so maybe before we go around and vote, does anybody want to just talk about the, without spoiling your game too much, the creative process of covering a game? Does anybody want to talk about like what they thought about first, or how it felt to bring a game to another medium or anything like that? Share your experience in general. Woody?
I'll talk a little bit. When you first pitched the game jam, nothing sort of immediately popped into my mind. And then was thinking about a board game project that Sean and I had worked on a couple of years back, and some ideas that were kind of still floating around with that. And 2 things kind of came together and realized that, oh, part of why I love so many of these mechanics is because they're part of some of my favorite video games, one in particular. And so I was thinking, how would it be? Steve shaking his head because he already knows what it is. Being able to take those mechanics from a video game and being able to translate them into a board game, to me was just, I thought would be a really fun challenge, because it's extremely difficult to do, but still being able to, I guess, have a lot of the core experience kind of be, try to have that experience be there, because that's something I think that I've learned recently with board game design stuff, is that there's always an argument between do you start with theme or do you start with mechanics, right. And then I think the new school of thought is start with experience, and then the mechanics and the theme will kind of build out of that.
So do you feel like you were covering Anybody else want to share their experience? Can I ask if people were translating the mechanics or the experience? Because now I'm interested in this.
Or the theme.
Or the theme. Like, were you thinking about what does it feel like to play this game, and then you cover it, or was it like I am a mechanic jumping on turtle eggs, and now this is the thing?
I think it's more like you try to make the core experience, but then if your theme is something different, a lot of those core mechanics actually kind of get thrown out the window.
Oh yeah.
So you realize, well, like I can't do that in this game. So that the fact that
You only have 3 weeks to make it.
don't do keyframe animations.
3 weeks.
Don't do a game with keyframe animations when you know the game has a ton of keyframe animations.
How many people made games? Can you raise your hand if you made a game? Awesome. Okay, so what we'll do is, wow, that's a lot. If you, one person from each team will go around and very quickly, like, definitely sub 1 minute, but even less than that, just say what your game is. Should we say what it's a cover of, or should people have to guess? Let's not say it. Don't even say what it's a cover of. So then people can maybe, is that too much? What do you guys think?
I don't know.
My game literally says it on it.
Okay, say what it's a cover of, and then people, definitely make the name clear or something clear, because we're going to write down votes. And just so we know before we do this, basically we're going to play games for about an hour, and then you're going to be able to write your vote down, and then the majority is going to win. You can't vote for your own game? Is that your question? Just kidding.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask, like, how should we, like, vote? Should we vote based on how well people, like, covered, like, or should we just be voting on, like, best game, you know?
It's like based on your own
Yeah,
criteria.
your own criteria, totally.
That's what we.
But if you feel like the theme is very important to you and somebody really nailed the theme and that's what you care about, go for it. If you don't give a shit about the theme and you're like, this was fun, go for that. That's fine. Any other questions before we just start? Okay.
What?
What's your game?
Oh, so mine's not really a full game because I fell down, got boo-boo, and couldn't type for like half a week. But I was trying to make a Dark Souls clone because I want to do that as kind of a long-form project, so this is a good way to get started. So if you want to come and it's like the character controller, so you can run around, you can swing your sword, you can dodge roll, and you can parry. You can't riposte, so that's where I stopped. But I don't know. Yeah, it's fucking Dark Souls. You attack control buttons.
What should it be called if they write it down?
Not Dark Souls.
Who's next?
I go. I covered Hitman, the most recent iteration. I know that Hitman's older than most of you in this room, but the most recent iteration in a board game, as I mentioned, and it essentially plays where one person plays against the AI as it plays out, and then one person just manages the game. So the players will take their turn. They have like a certain number of actions, and then everything in the level moves forward. And you follow the routes, and you hopefully can come up with a creative way to take out the target in the level.
All right. One more over here. Right? Yeah.
We covered Fortnite.
What's that?
Yeah, what's that? We decided to take on the most popular game right now, and we have online multiplayer working, up to 20 people. That'd be kind of fun to test. I've only tested with 3 people, but 20 people would be pretty cool. We wanted to do Fortnite without guns, so we had to come up with like an interesting mechanic that wasn't a gun. And then we also wanted to have, instead of like the player's map shrinking the game, we wanted to have the map expand. So we did a lot with lighting, and it's kind of interesting to see what we came up with.
If we all wanted to play, how would we do it? Is it web-based?
No, it's I made it in Unity,
Okay.
so we just download it on itch.io, and then once you hit play, you join the server, and then
No, so there's network multiplayer.
yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
Where did you come from?
Is it Unity's network?
It's Proton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another great choice.
That's awesome. All right.
fighting game. Basically, I made a fighting game, not online, but basically it's a fighting game but wrestling. So that's basically it.
What should they write down?
What's that?
What's
Oh, Rumble Madness.
What was the Fortnite game name?
Not Fortnite.
I like this theme.
So everybody should just write down not and whatever the cover is. That's fine.
not
It's
fighting
not
game?
jam.
There was a few more, right? I thought. Any other games?
How many do we have?
4 so far. Any more? No. All right. 4 games.
So we do have an itch.io page for our game jams, and we like if you want to add your game to that that collection because we just like to get a record of all the games that have been made for the game jams. It's not mandatory, but it'd be really cool if you want to do that. That's all.
All right. So for the 4, where do you guys want to set up? Where's your? You're gonna be right here, Steve.
Yeah. Also, if anyone has a controller, it's better than the mouse, but I'll suffer a mouse. I forgot.
So Steve will be here. What do you?
Yeah, I'll set up it.
All right. Not Fortnite will be over here, and
But it's
gonna take me a minute.
not
I
Fortnite
don't have
over
a
there.
controller. It's my hero.
All right, we'll set up voting up here, but for now, just wander around. Please talk to somebody you don't know if you're here for the first time, definitely, but more importantly, if you're here for the millionth time, talk to somebody new. And enjoy yourselves. There's beer over there. And we'll vote in an hour, or we'll announce it in an hour. About 9.
The big guys are the good part.
It's on itch.io.
Yeah. I haven't played it.
I really do want to try that because I feel like that would help you.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
It's only actually has one button.
Stones, and then die.
Yes.